Tollefson. Today I'm with two of my friends getting ready for the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials. No, I am not running the marathon, but Michelle Frey and Chris Lundstrom are getting ready to kick butt in Houston. So you ready to go, Chris?
I am. I'm excited. Yeah, I've been training really hard, harder than I've trained in a couple of years. So I'm excited to get out there and give it a shot. To me, it's all about perspective and really, you know, the first time you qualify for the Olympic trials, you're excited. You want to do everything possible to make the team, and so that's what I did. I trained to run 2:12 and overtrained myself into a mess. And the next time back, did a little better. And this time, you know, I'm a little bit older and all that, but I think I can still have a good race out there and certainly enjoy the experience.
Yeah, I mean, how has the training been going? I mean, I've read your blog and I know that, you know, things seem to be going pretty well.
Yeah, things are really clicking along well. I took a couple of years where I just said, you know, I've run 15 marathons, I've done this, I kind of want to do some different stuff. So I went and did some ultras and I ran the World Mountain Running Championships and did a lot of fun stuff. And so then about, you know, 6 months ago, I was like, whoa, you know, I need to get back into road racing shape. And so I've been working on that, and it's been a kind of a long process, but it's definitely coming together well at the right time.
Well, I know that, you know, we're kind of getting into this little coaching, you know, I know you do that, and that does take up a lot of your time. You've got quite a few people going to the trials, but Michelle being maybe one of your highlights.
So
what is that like for you?
Oh, it's great. You know, I mean, like I said, I've done a bunch of marathons, and you know, as you kind of get into your career and you're sort of realizing your own limits and stuff and learning a lot of lessons, it's great to be able to kind of take those mistakes that you made and figure out how to do things better and share that knowledge a little bit. So these type of athletes are just the best to work with because they're motivated. Michelle, you know, she's always wants to do a little more, always wants to push a little harder. So yeah, her stride looks great. Her longer stuff's been good. And more than anything, I think she's excited, which, I mean, it's a 26-mile race. You better be excited and ready to go. If you're kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm that, you know, really want to do this, then it's not going to be a fun day. So that energy and excitement is really hugely important.
Well, the hay is in the barn, basically, right? I mean, you have about 10 days.
10 days. So final things are just kind of making sure that you're ready in terms of your nutrition strategy and just logistical things of how everything's going to work.
Yes.
That's kind of the fun stuff. When you get into the taper phase, you're always like, you know, what can I do? What's, you know, I've got too much energy. And so, yeah, decorating water bottles is one of those classic marathoner tasks.
Really,
that you
Chris?
Oh, yeah, you can get really into it.
What
Make
are you
nice
gonna
color
do, bedazzle
schemes.
yours?
Well, for a while I was always putting pink on mine because I found that, like on the men's fluid tables,
there wasn't a lot of pink.
There wasn't a lot of pink, so I could pick it out easily. But I think other people have gotten that idea too.
Maybe you need to get after it on your bottle.
Maybe I will.
All right, well, Chris,
you can
do it.
I will get after it.
I'm super excited. My training's going great, thanks to Carrie.
Doing the interval buffet.
Doing my interval buffet. No, I'm super excited. I can't believe it's already here. Like 2008 seems like it was a year ago. So I'm excited. I think it'll be really fun. I think my training's going pretty good. So,
well, 2008, bring us back to that. I mean, that was your first Olympic trials.
2008 was a really bad year for me. I had just moved here, joined Team USA Minnesota, and right when I moved here, I got plantar really bad, and I had it for like the whole year leading up to the trials. I couldn't run. I was doing a lot of aqua jogging, a lot of spinning and cross training with you. And I ran the Olympic trials off of basically no running on the road at all. I mean, very minimal. And had a pretty bad race, but I still finished, and I'm really proud of myself for finishing because that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
So now you're getting ready to run your second Olympic trials, and you're fitter than you've ever been.
Yeah.
Kicked my butt, like, you know, 5 minutes ago, and I mean, it's exciting.
I'm pumped. Like, my training is, like you said, it's going really well. It's feeling better than I ever have right now. So I think 2:35 is my PR. I think it's definitely doable.
Going into this race, I mean, how do you wrap your mind around only 3, you know, sort of get the glory by going to the Olympics? Like, what do you try to do? What's your strategy?
I've never run well when I've tried to run someone else's race. So Especially in a marathon, you just have to kind of stick to your race plan. So I'm gonna like go out at my goal pace, around 6-minute pace, and try and negative split the second half, and not worry about what place I'm in, not worry about who's in the top 3. Because you got to be a little realistic too. Like 2:35 is not gonna make the team. Like it's just so deep this year that you're gonna have to run, you know, well under 2:30 to make the team, and who knows, maybe I'll have like a miracle day and I'll do it. But
well, you kind of have the best of both worlds. When you go home at night, you have a guy that's run under 2:20 for the marathon. He's won
2:16.
2:16. There you go, Jacob Frey. You know he can give you some great advice. And then
Yeah.
also I know that you've been training, and we've been training with Chris Lundstrom, who has run many, many marathons and has been on world championship teams, and he's kicked butt. I mean, what does it feel like to have these two guys right in your corner telling you what to do and how to get after it? You knew I had to get that in there.
Well, it's great when Chris Lundstrom calls me every night and says, "Let's get after it."
I taught him that.
No, it feels good. It feels good. Jacob's constantly yelling at me, "Let's get after it," Michelle.
Jacob has never said that.
No, both of them are like such scientists of the sport. You know, they've been doing it for so long, and they're both so level-headed and grounded, and just kind of like they've done so many, and they've had good ones, they've had bad ones, so they know all the ins and outs. So I've trusted this cycle more than I've trusted any other marathon cycle I've done. The weeks are up when they're supposed to be up and down when they're supposed to be down. I just can listen and not have to question things, which feels really good.
Well, on that note, you can do it.
Let's get after it.
Yeah.
Next time I can say, "Hi, I'm Olympian Michelle Frey."
That's right, you heard it here first. Have a great race. We'll see you out there.